talking to yourself, staying up late, overthinking everything. Sound familiar? What if these weird habits are actually signs of a highly intelligent mind? In fact, one of these habits might be something you do every single day without even realizing it. Let's find out. Ever catch yourself mid-sentence, talking to no one? Maybe you're arguing with an invisible opponent in your kitchen, or narrating your grocery shopping like you're the main character in a movie. It might feel a little weird, but here's the interesting part. You shouldn't apologize for it. Psychologists call this self-directed speech, and it's actually a powerful mental tool. Talking to yourself helps your brain process information faster, organize your thoughts, and even manage your emotions in real time. In other words, that weird habit might actually be your brain working at a higher level. Here's a question for you. When you talk to yourself, do you treat it like a brainstorming session or more like a heated debate? Let me know in the comments. Do you ever feel like you're observing the world rather than fully fitting into it? Like everyone else seems to follow social rules that you never quite understood. That sense of being an outsider is more common among highly thoughtful and intelligent people than you might think. The idea actually goes all the way back to Plato's allegory of the cave. In the story, most people sit inside a cave, watching shadows on a wall, believing that's all reality is. But one person leaves, steps into the sunlight, and suddenly sees the world as it truly is. And once you've seen the bigger picture, it's almost impossible to go back to believing the shadows were real. Sometimes, that outsider feeling simply means your mind is questioning things that others accept without thinking. One week, you're an expert on 18th century naval warfare. The next, you're hyperfixated on how black holes work. You aren't distracted. This is what psychologists call openness to experience. Your brain isn't just learning, it's hunting for patterns. When you get obsessed with a topic, you aren't wasting time. You're literally upgrading your mental software. Why is it that your best ideas happen when the rest of the world is asleep? Or in the shower? It's because your subconscious never stops working. While other people's brains shut down to recharge, yours is still connecting the dots in the background. Tell me the truth. Have you ever had an idea so good you had to get up and write it down in the middle of the night? There are phases where you just vanish. You stop posting, you stop texting, you go dark. Most people panic when they're alone. You thrive in the silence. It's not isolation, it's intrapersonal intelligence. You need that quiet to synthesize the chaotic data you collected while you were out in the world. Why do we dream? Is time actually real? If people have told you that you think too much. They're actually giving you a high compliment. Curiosity is the raw fuel of intelligence. Albert Einstein didn't think he was a genius. He just said he was passionately curious. If you could get the answer to one unanswerable question about the universe right now, what would you ask? So, these aren't just quirks. They're the side effects of a mind that is constantly evolving. How many of these 6 did you check off? If you saw yourself in at least 4 of these, you might be higher on the intelligence spectrum than you realized. Thank you so much for your precious time. Take care of yourself and the people around you. And as always, bye!